Welcome to another episode of Live with the Glitter Practitioner. That is me, Dr. Newbie, episode 63 today. And thank you, everybody, for my birthday wishes. I'm still a bit giddy from my birthday. I'm actually exhausted. So nice, quiet, sedate episode today, kind of. Anyway, for those of you who don't know me, I am a GP, a general practitioner, family physician in the UK. I am also a transformation life coach and speaker. And my passion is showing others, be it my patients or my clients, how to recognize what their needs are, how to keep them in alignment, and how to keep them always topped up. And when I say needs, what I mean by that is different aspects of health, not just the physical, but the emotional, psychological, and spiritual. And it's all combined and it's your whole self. And the framework I share to keep these needs in balance is my F list. And I have my own glossary of vocabulary, which goes with everything I do. So the F list was really created from my own painful, horrible, crappy experiences from recovering from burnout. And it's everything I learned for myself and then further discovered and studied and just incorporated it into clinical practice, really. And everything I learned is what I've shared through the F list since recovering from burnout. And I have combined that with the conventional medical model of care. And the transformations are incredible because it's empowering somebody else to take ownership of their needs, to know that they are worth that and that their needs matter. And it's beautiful. And that's what really lights me up. And I get all giddy because I can see the light coming back into somebody's eyes and they feel that energy. I think the best way to show you what this might feel like even is through my brand story, which was created. We actually launched it a year ago, pretty much, on my birthday last year. And it was created by the insanely talented Devon James Stinson. So without further ado, big bro, may we have the brand story?
Follow the light through the storm. And this is not a light that warns, it's a light that forms on the pathway ahead. So you can maneuver around disaster instead of getting stopped by the obstacles. It just takes changing the obstacles. And then the impossible turns to possible. And then the storm lifts. You're no longer adrift. Breathe. Focus, you've got this. Ahead you see a figure, a kind soul, and on the inside it feels like you might glow. Your endless cycles of cyclones have been turned to a breeze that just slightly blows. You're adorned with glitter, where you literally feel like a kid again. And this is when you realize how much of your life you've missed. And then you talk more with Dr. Nupi Aurora, who will holistically change your aura, where you and the new you won't be like strangers. No, you'll be like friends. Because this whole process is simply life-changing. So if you're feeling frazzled and you want to find your fizz and dazzle, then book a call with Dr. Nupi Aurora by messaging her right here on LinkedIn.
Oh, well, that was a lovely way to just start the evening, I think. And without further ado, I am going to bring down my guest, Kati McDermith. Come on down.
Hello,
Hi.
everybody. Hi, Dr. Noopy. Happy birthday,
Oh,
by the way.
thank you so much. It is so gorgeous to have you here. Thank you for coming on. I know we were talking about this a while back, and then it just suddenly just happened.
Time flies. All of a sudden, here we are.
It's crazy. So tell everybody just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, for
Yes.
those who don't know much about me anyway, my name is Kati McDermith. I am known by my friends and colleagues as the manufacturing hype girl because I love US manufacturing. I find it fascinating and important. In addition to that, I am a mom of 3 boys. I am a wife. I am a Christian, and I am happy. I'm just a happy person, and I enjoy being happy, and I enjoy liking my life.
That. I love that. I'm smiling with you and going, yes, I am happy too. I think this is the biggest smiles I've had since yesterday. I was exhausted. Oh, guess who's here? Guess who's here? Our great friend. Hi.
Hello, Inger. Thank you for being here.
Oh, hi,
She's my number
Inga.
1 fan, I think.
Yeah. And I'm her number 1 fan. I'm just like, oh my God, I miss you. I miss you. Yes, you are. And I love that. I am happy too. Or I just wobble around like a marshmallow. Have you seen that reel?
I heard
It's
something about wobble round, and I'm like,
yeah,
wobble round. And I'm like,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's
so
me.
cute. It's like it's Dice Buddies, and I've seen the original clip on YouTube, and it's basically this little kid going, I know what I want to be when I grow up. And the mummy's going, tell me. And she's like, I want to be a marshmallow. And it's the way she says it.
Yeah.
And it's just the
I'm
way she just whispers
just
it.
wobble
And it's,
round. I know,
yeah.
it
And
was
it's just
so
like,
fun.
of course. And I'm like, yes, I understand this language. I understand this Mallow land. So that's
Yeah.
pretty much what I'm constantly doing. I go off into La La Land. Anyway, today is all about passions. I thought we could have a good chat about passions.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've got quite a few.
Yeah, I do. I can't nail one down. I actually was asking Inger and my husband and
Yeah.
everything. I'm like, so nobody wants to talk about passion. Like, why'd you pick me for passion? Like, what's my
We don't have
passion?
to. We can talk
And
about
then
anything we want.
and Inger says, well, I think you definitely have a passion for planning. And then my husband says, you definitely have a passion for vacation, which is funny because right now all I've been doing is planning our vacation. And I just am loving it.
Oh, and good. And look at that beaming face of yours. I mean, yes, it's what
Yeah.
lights you up, and that's the whole thing. So tell me a little bit about your passions, or one or two of them.
Oh my goodness. Well, because we're here doing this like this, I think I should probably talk about my passion for US manufacturing. And it's not necessarily just US manufacturing. Of course, I focus on that because that's where I am. This is my country. So that makes sense to me. But manufacturing in general, I think is so interesting. There's so many different parts and pieces to it. And it's just fascinating how each, like a simple screw that goes into a conveyor belt that loads a truck full of gravel to bring to a new place to build a new manufacturing facility. Like it's never ending. It's just, it all fits together. And I love it. I just think it's great. And I like how things are made. So yeah, that's one of my passions.
Yeah, I love that actually, because it's interesting, because actually it's all those little pieces that make up the whole thing, and that can extrapolate to so many things, can't it? It's not dependent on just one thing or one person, say, and it's all interconnected, and it's the cohesiveness between those. It's the sum of all parts, really. And you can have a very good functioning whole thing going on, or it can be dysfunctional if it's not just done in the right way, if it's a little bit out of alignment. And I guess I'm kind of using that analogy in terms of teams, or in terms of working environments, for example. Hi, Chris. Hello. So I love that. Absolutely. I think one of my passions, actually, it's people. I'm passionate about people, So outside my own, in what I love to do for myself, it really truly is sharing with others that you can follow your passions and have a think about the things that light you up truly, because that's what gives you the part of your essence. It's your inner glow. And look at the smiles. It takes years off people as well. It really
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
It's
it
the
does.
elixir. It's the elixir to youth and vitality. But
Yeah,
it's
I
true.
feel a lot younger now than I did when I was
Oh
in
my
my
God.
20s and 30s. I
Yeah.
feel a lot younger and a lot more free now. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just doing what I
Ditto.
love to do. And I love people too. I love just helping people out, even if it's this year I dealt with a couple of young adults, new adults, we might call them, 17 years old, just turned 18, whatever, and their parents are kicking them out of the house. And they're still in school. And they're still trying to finish their senior year of school, which is hard for a lot of people. And I just kind of jumped in with them and helped them connect them with homeless liaisons in their school districts and get them all the things that they need so that they can finish their education just in high school. I started working recently with our village. I'm the municipal clerk in our village. They needed help. They needed somebody with organizational skills and who would be friendly, and who would be friendly with the community. And they asked me to do it, and I'm doing it. It's hard. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be at all. I'm doing it. I like filling a need.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can feel it. I can feel that energy. It's beautiful. It's
Thanks.
gorgeous. No, it is. And I think, and that's the connection really. And that's when I first met you, when we've been chatting, and through Inga as well. I love that about you. It's so similar. It's just, you've got a very kind heart. And I love kind-hearted people. I just gravitate. That's it. But
maybe that's why I like you too. I remember when we were on Inger's show together and I messaged you, I'm like, I think we're going to be best friends now. Are we like best friends now? Because there was so many similarities.
I was like, yeah. Oh my God, I'm going to stalk
No.
you forever now. No, but I'm the same. And that's what I mean about living. I love my marshmallow world. In fact, I'm dressed like one too. Oh, good grief. Oh God, I'm setting myself
I love
off
marshmallows.
with ridiculous. I do too. But
they're like my favorite.
Yeah. And it's just that simple pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah, I love marshmallows. They're not kosher, and I try to stay kosher, so I can't just have regular marshmallows. So I have to go out and seek and find special marshmallows, and they're my favorite. I love marshmallows.
Yeah. Do you like the jumbo size or the teeny weeny little ones?
Any of them. Really, really, as long as they are kosher, I would love to eat them all. They're so good. Yeah.
Oh, totally. But that's it, isn't it? It's just expressing yourself and being yourself. And I'm not going to use I was going to say I'm not going to use the A word, but then that sounds like a naughty word. I mean, authentic. I don't want to use the word authentic, but it is truly being yourself and being comfortable in your own skin. And I think you can feel that. You can feel that energy from people.
Definitely.
Hugely.
Definitely. Yeah, I totally am in my Katie phase of life. It's all about Katie right now. And I
love it.
Yeah.
I thought you said Katie. And I'm thinking, have I missed something? What's Katie?
Me, I'm Katie. I'm in my Katie phase.
I heard KD, as in kicking her and D for doggy. That's what I thought I heard.
Okay. Something else I'm really passionate about that some people know that you might not know is I like rocks. I really like geology. And I like rocks.
Ooh. Oh, now we are talking. So when you say geology, you mean yeah. Do you mean crystals?
No, I mean, they're rocks too. Geology rocks. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of my favorites I have just sitting right here in front of me. So I'll
get mine ready.
Okay, so I have obsidian here, which is glass. It's volcanic glass for anybody who doesn't know. It's when silica gets really hot,
reach.
it turns into glass, and so that's what obsidian is. And I have been trying, yeah.
And I can tell you the meaning behind obsidian, what it does protectively in terms of the crystal stuff. Basically, it's protection. It's all
Well,
about
good.
protection
It's a big
and
fatty. It's a nice hunk.
deflecting negative energy and transmuting.
Huh.
Oh, there it is. Ah.
Well, so I have this friend who
There it was.
owns or runs, is president of the head of obsidian manufacturing in Rockford, Illinois. And I've been telling her like all this time, I'm like, I'm going to find you a hunk of obsidian, like in the raw. Like I want to go find you one and give it to you. And she's like, you don't have to. I have a bunch. And I'm like, but I still want to find you one. She sent this to me.
Oh,
so
wow.
This is, yeah.
Bring it closer. Let me see. Can you bring it closer? Wow. So that's raw.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. So that's one. Hi, Lana.
I love it.
We're sharing. I know we're sharing. This is my one. Can you see?
Yeah, I like it a lot. That's really pretty.
That's cool. Yes.
Okay.
Show me more.
And then I have, this is a geode, and this I did not find on my own, but my husband's friend's wife gave it to me because I've been wanting one. So she gave me one, and I don't have the heart to open it up. It's heavy though, so I know it's going to be good. So what I'm going to do is when I go on my next trip, I'm going to grab her a geode if I find one. Otherwise, I know I can find thunder eggs, so I'm going to have to replace it. But this one is a geode. I love that one.
So what's geode?
Geode is, it's a ball on the inside. When you open it up, it is full of crystals.
Oh,
but I don't want to open this one. I know, and this one's really heavy, so I'm pretty sure it's either.
How do you?
I don't know.
How do we open it?
I don't want to open it. You would put it. Well, some people are crazy and they just kind of like smash it and it goes into pieces. But otherwise, you put it through like a lapidary saw and cut it in half. But I don't have the guts to do that.
Why?
Because, well, someone gave it to me and she never had the guts to open it either. So I'm just kind of just want to save it.
I'd be like getting like a little hammer or something. Russ has just said,
I don't want to.
I don't know how you can resist. Russ has just said that you've got tons of obsidian in Oregon. Wow.
Neat.
That's
I have
cool.
This here.
Oh, that's so pretty. What's that one?
This, I think, is just mica. And it looks like it's in quartz or rhyolite. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's mica. Do rocks go with marshmallows?
I know.
Yeah. That's really
this one is, I think this is Lemurian quartz. Hi, Aunt.
Really
I'm
clear.
saying hi, Auntie Lana. I know.
Hi, Lana.
I love Lana to bits.
I know.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. I'll show you this one. I don't know what that one is. Can't remember. I think that is.
Is that quartz? Rose quartz?
Yeah, I think it's a. Can't remember. Oh, actually, I think that's Lemurian quartz. Who knows?
I got a really cool one. I have to lick it so you can see how awesome it is. Did you know rocks look better when they're wet? So you got to lick them.
Yes. Yes, believe you me, I do. Oh!
This is lapis lazuli. And we found this. This is a really good story too. And
it's like show and tell.
Yeah, and it's running with some mica.
Oh, look at that gold.
I think it's just mica. But anyways, the reason why this is so impressive is because we literally found this in central Wisconsin. This isn't found in central Wisconsin. It had to have got brought in with like a load of gravel or something from somewhere, because this is only like in Colorado and Utah, whatever, when I didn't get them there. So this is really cool.
That's the real deal.
We brought it to the jeweler and everything, and he's like, "What? You didn't find this here?" And we did.
I love that one. So that's the raw form, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you probably have one that's all polished.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's the tumble stone. It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's one that was tumbled. Here's one that was tumbled by earth in a river. This is just petrified wood, but I do love petrified wood.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I can't remember the properties of that one.
It's agatized
I did
wood.
know.
It's
as in the meanings behind it. I read it somewhere and I can never remember that one.
I don't know what else I have. This one here, I forget what this is called, but this is like a sheet. This black thing is a sheet. It comes off. I don't want to break it off, but they come off in sheets, and I forget what it's called.
That's beautiful. That looks a bit like that one.
Yeah, it's quartz.
I could do this all day. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can show you rocks all day. And then sometimes I get on the phone with Inga, with Inger. Sorry, you say Inga and I say Inger. I get on the phone with Inger and I show her all my a new rock if I have one. But this is why we go. Not really why we go, but this is what we do when we go on our annual road trip. We go out west and we like do geology stuff. I read geology books along the way. We call out, rock formations and stuff. So we're complete nerds and it's awesome.
I love it. I love this comment from David. So he says, since he was a kid, he's like, I can't read it. He has loved and collected rocks because they're pretty. It's only been in the last 5 years that he's become fascinated by the energetic and metaphysical aspects of crystals. Yeah. I was always drawn to crystals when I was a kid for the colors. And then it's only later, I think it was actually through burnout. It was after I'd recovered from burnout that I was drawn to it was perfect. I think rose quartz was one of my first crystals, actually. And, then I found out that it was all about unconditional love. We have reading lessons after. Nupi, what? What do you mean? I don't understand. What do you mean? I don't understand that. Reading lessons.
Oh, because you couldn't read that guy's comment. I think it just wasn't showing up on the screen, right? Just in case.
That makes more sense now. I was just thinking, what? I'm talking about crystals. What's that got to do with anything? Oh my goodness me. Oh, dearie me. No, that's bad. Oh, let me show you this one. I have to show you this one because it really is my favorite. It's okay. We've got hearing lessons. Oh dear. Concentration lessons, maybe. Here we go. I'll do it in the light. Look at that beauty.
Oh, is that
labradite?
Oh, labradite. Yeah, not
labradite.
Yeah, very cool.
I got this in Crete, I think, in Greece. I try not to drop it. I'm very clumsy. But it is really my favorite. Cool. Look at that. Oh my, I'm just like, ooh.
Well, I found out that where we're going to be going, there's going to be a lot of opal, and I am going to go find some opal. I'm going to find you some opal.
Yes. Yes. I love opal. I'm absolutely obsessed. So where are you going to find? I'm trying to see if I've got any opal on.
I am going to go through North Dakota into Montana. And Montana's gorgeous. We're going to hit all the rock hounding geological sites we can go to. Dinosaur museums, fossils, stuff like that. So we're going to do all that. And then we're going to go into Idaho.
Yes.
And then we'll go into Yellowstone and Tetons in Wyoming. And then we'll hit the Black Hills in South Dakota and the Badlands. So
that sounds amazing.
I'm so excited. It's in 24 days and I cannot wait. I have a countdown on my phone to tell me how many days until I get to go.
Oh, and how long are you going away for?
10 days.
Nice. Very nice. Yes, please, to opals. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I will find some. And I was watching a lady on YouTube the other day. She was out finding them in the raw, and then she was bringing them home and showing how you get that flicker in them because they're just like a white milky stone. And the one guy said that it is very similar to like tooth enamel. Like that's kind of what it feels like.
Yes.
And then you might catch a flicker and you might not. But if you shave off minuscule levels, like you just put it through a grinder and then you look at it, these things just start popping out at you because they are thin layers of petrified water. Like it's water in the stone. It's very thin layers of them. So like hair width, like less than a hair width layers of this, which is what makes it sparkle and turn those
Yeah.
cool colors.
Well, that's called the I see. I know this because I love my jewelry and I love
Opalescence.
opal. Yes, and I love my especially opals, and it's the opalescence. I think that's where I got Fizzessence from, actually. Well, no, that's not true. I got Fizzessence because effervescent is my favorite word,
I
and so
love
is
that word.
fizzy. Effervescent is such a brilliant word,
I
and
like it when
fizzy,
you say it. It doesn't sound as great when I
effervescent,
say it. I say effervescent, and everyone's like, "What the heck?"
effervescent. And so I combined it with my other favorite word, which is fizzy, and it was to describe my energy, or those are my favorite words. So it's just like Fizzessence.
I like it.
Yeah, so opalescence is the sheen of you can get different colors. It's all turquoises and stuff. We had no idea we were going to be talking.
I love rocks. I just love them. I absolutely love them. I have rocks everywhere. I have like rocks on my shelf behind me, rocks on my desk. We have glass jars of rocks all over the house. We have rocks like on our windowsills.
I love it. I love it. So which one are you drawn to the most at this minute in time? You must have
At
one.
this moment in time, I think that this one is just always at my hand. So
Which
it
one's
just
that?
is,
The obsidian?
yeah, the obsidian. It's new for me and it's something I've always wanted. So that's kind of it. But I really love the stinking petrified wood, or this one too, which I think is like just tumbled basalt.
Ooh.
But it's soft and smooth. I think it's just river basalt, but I like it.
Oh, nice. Oh, I forgot to show you this. This is one of
And
my
I
favorites.
touch it in my hand and it always
Yeah.
stays cold and it's soft and it's heavy. Yeah, I like this one a lot.
Selenite. Angel stone.
Ooh.
I love this. I'll put it in this light, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
Yep. That is cool.
I've got a beautiful selenite.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for being so patient. I hope you are enjoying our show and tell of crystals.
The mineral show on Dr. Newbie Live.
Well, we have some crystal lovers here anyway, so it's meant to be. We've got Inga loves crystals. She wants some opals as well, I think. And David loves the crystals, and so does Russ. So there you have it. Chris, I don't know if you enjoy your crystals, but this one, I mean, just look at that beauty.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could show you some others. You know, it's really cool that they just come out. Some of them, they break in a certain way. Like this one, like this particular rock breaks in this, I forget what they call it, but it breaks in these.
It's like a pyramid. That's big. Bring it. Let me have a look.
Well, it's broken on this side and we tumbled it. So it's not as straight as it was. But
that's gorgeous.
Straight like that when it broke apart. Rocks, break in straight lines or in jagged lines, just depending on how they were built and cooled. And
words sound better with a British accent.
No kidding. No kidding. Nothing sounds great in this accent.
Chris Freer absolutely loves crystals too. So we've got a crystal gang here. I love selenite lamps.
Selenite lamp, nice.
No, I love the way you guys say, I've got to. I can't speak. How quickly has that gone? I've got to be really, really, really good today and really on time. I've been told already by Big Bro. Just as I'm getting juicy into the crystal show and tell, but I like the way you say words. Like, okay, I love the word. Say caramel.
Caramel.
Yeah, exactly. Do it again. I love it.
Caramel.
Do it again.
I don't say caramel.
Yeah, so I say befuddled. Okay, befuddled. Live the life you choose.
Befuddled.
Befuddled. Befuddled. Yes. I say caramel. Caramel. We put the extra A in it. But what do you say?
Caramel.
Caramel. Yeah, I love it.
But I understand that. I do understand. I do recognize that is not the proper pronunciation. I realize it is caramel, but I don't say it. I say caramel. Do you know that up here, that thing you push the button and the water comes out and you drink out of it? You put your face
The water fountain.
Okay, that's not what we call it here.
What do you call it?
A bubbler.
A bubbler.
Bubbler. Yeah. It's a
Uh-huh.
bubbler. And actually, there's people pick on us for calling it a bubbler, but I
What?
found the actual invention for it where it is called a bubbler. I have the blueprint somewhere. I'll have like on a not the actual ones, obviously I'd be rich and famous, but I have it somewhere saved where it shows you on the draft that they actually did call it a bubbler.
Ah, okay, so that's the real word for it.
I think so, unless someone just made that up to make me feel better about calling it a bubbler. But I think it's Wisconsin, Minnesota, maybe Michigan thing.
See, I could listen to you for friggin' hours. I love your accent.
And I could
David
listen
just
to
said,
yours for hours.
really? I don't get it. People with a Brit accent sound more intelligent and credible for some reason.
I
You.
totally agree. When I talk to Inger on the phone or when I get a message from Inger, she leaves me voice messages and I'll be like,
Yeah.
You know who else has a great voice? If you've never heard her, Julie
Yeah.
Bisello. She does podcasts. She produces podcasts. And
Okay.
she has a phenomenal voice. It's like
Yeah.
velvet.
Oh,
It's like,
wow.
yeah, I love it. I told her, I'm like, just let me know when you start doing audiobooks because I was going to download a few.
Yes. Some people. Well, oh, okay. That's the signal to wrap up.
Are you serious? We didn't even talk about passion.
We kind of did.
Okay.
We did. Crystals. Okay, I get it.
It was nice chatting with you today. I really appreciate
It was.
you having me
It's
on.
just too quick. No, I promise. I was just like, oh my god, is that it? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, that it is actually. So sorry about that, Katie. It just went very quickly.
That's okay.
Glad-
I'm so
glad we are
glad. I was so
talking.
nervous that I wouldn't know what to talk about.
Are you crazy? You're chatting to me. I'm like Miss Chatterbox Queen. We can talk about anything. Part 2 is what
Part
Russ is
2.
saying. Definitely. And besides, we did talk about passions. Look at the way our eyes were lighting up when we were talking about our crystals.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I'm going to be, glitter does make everything better. We'll get another part in. And yeah, absolutely. Have an amazing holiday. Don't go anywhere. I will join you in the green room.
Okay.
Oh, I could talk about crystals for hours. In fact, I could talk about anything for hours when I've had enough rest. Thank you for joining me. Please do let me know where you've been watching in comments. Oh, I'm nosy. I love to find out and chit chat back. And just as a quick reminder, you can get hold of me here on LinkedIn. Just direct message me and I will get back to you. And you can also use my Calendly link. Pretty much on LinkedIn most of the time. And obviously, Live with the Glitter Practitioner, which is every Monday, 8 p.m. BST, which is 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time. And you can also find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, all under the Glitter Practitioner. Have an amazing week, and I shall see you again next week. Bye.